from Grossmont High School. This is the San Diego Men's Adult League Soccer featuring Silverback Football Club, Scripps, and the Erin 1916. Let's get the lineups for both squads. First for Erin 1916, their team manager and coach is Ben Bills. The keeper will be Matt Potterton. Number 1 will be Alan Cruz. Number 2 is Brian Folian. Number 3 is Tony Aldapa. Number 7 is Ryan Betancourt. Number 11 is Charlie Hedinger. Number 12 is Sean Julius. Number 17 is Nathan Ladd. Number 19 is Grant Bostrom. Number 20 is BJ Cook. And number 24 is Ryan Rettmeyer. And now let's get the lineup for the Silverback Football Club. Scripps, their keeper is Tim Wheatcroft. Number 2 is Shane Walker. Number 3 is Sean Courtney. Number 5 is Dave Beeson. Number 6 is Jake Plaskett. Number 8 is Caleb Meyer. Number 10 is John Baker. Number 11 is Stefano Bonasson. Number 13 is Jared Tagney. 15 is Brian Meckles. 23 is Mark Cushman. And 69 is Dexter Garau. And the coach is Chris Mazzone. And that's your lineup for both squads. We'll be back with the starting of this adult San Diego Men's League match in just a moment. So we're about ready to shift colors and get underway here from Grossmont High School. In the white is the Silverback Football Club, Scripps, and in the orange and the black is, of course, Erin 1916. They'll be going from left to right on your video screen. I'm Greg. I'm GK Porter, along with DD, Dan Doyle on the camera. And yes, my first name is Greg, if you were wondering, since I was about ready to say it. This is Langevin Productions, and normally we do not do adult men's league action, but today we're getting an opportunity to do that. That ball is out of play. Erin 1916 will throw it in. On the far side touchline at midfield. You get somebody to run onto it. And they've got to push up forward. Julius couldn't get to it, and now his teammate has it. That's Hedinger. But the Silverback Football Club have it. And now Ladd on it. Ladd draws it back to his 2 deep defenders. And that ball is intercepted in midfield. One of the players for Silverback, 33, is a guest player, so we do not know his name. That ball is pushed out of play. The far side touchline will be a throw-in by Shane Walker. So Walker going to get in the attacking third. And he gets it near side to Bonasson. And it goes out of play. Throws it in again. And into space, he's got Meckles. But that ball is knocked out of play, and it will be a goal kick as Meckles could not control. 0-0 your score, 45-minute halves here at Grossmont High School. Beautiful sunshiny day, day before Valentine's 2011. That ball sent up the central. Winning it, the Silverback Football Club. Momentarily, they push it out wide now for Walker. Walker trying to go up the field. He had a touch by his teammate there. It was Bonasson, and then now is in a deep third and pushed out, or upfield, out of that deep third by Erin 1916 across midfield. Silverback Football Club in their own defensive half. Only a few players in their side of the field, and they quickly get the counterattack going on the near side. We got a player without a number there for Silverback Football Club Scripps. And he was dispossessed that time. And then now losing is BJ Cook on the near side for Erin 1916. So a throw in now. It's Caleb Meyer. Meyer in the 18-yard box. In the central of the box. Trying to get another player to touch it, and they do. They get it over to Walker on the outside, and his intended pass was not connected on the other end. Didn't look like a shot because he was a little bit wide of the net that time. Tim Wheatcroft, the keeper for the Silverback Football Club Scripps. And Matt Potterton, as you just saw there, setting it up for his defender for the goal kick upfield. Into space there was Walker for Silverback. It was pushed across midfield. And the Silverback Football Club now have to regain possession. They do with a nice early ball and a touch of the goalie that time as Matt Potterton came off his line to make the save. And the central ref warning this time for the striker. 0-0 your score. G.K. Porter here along with D.D. on the camera. At Grossmont High School on a near side, Cruz. Cruz trying to draw that back to a teammate. He gave it away. And here's Hedinger. Hedinger in the 18, and it's taken away that time in the central of the box. Hedinger tried to find somebody down the throat, and he could not get him to get to that soccer ball and try to beat Potterton that time. But the attack, the Silverback Football Club, has been pretty instrumental in making some things happen so far in the early going, as it results in a corner kick here. Hedinger from Chicago Park Ridge South, and that ball goes out of play. And it'll be a throw-in. 0-0 your score. A beautiful weekend, Valentine's weekend here in San Diego. La Mesa area out here. Nice drive over here. A little bit cooler than yesterday. Got a little bit of, I guess you call them cirrus type clouds in the air today, as a front will be coming in midweek. That ball is out of play in the far side. Silverback Football Club Scripps throwing it in. Hedinger trying to control it. He couldn't. Taken away. Erin 1916, and a strike there by Julius. And they take it away and send it back to their own defensive half. Chasing it down is Betancourt. Ryan Betancourt from Oregon, played his high school ball. Hillsborough High School up there. And then, most recently, a graduate of University of San Francisco. They throw it in the central. Trying to get their offensive attack going to Cruz on the wide, intercepted. Here's Plaskett. Plaskett gets the return pass from his teammate Meyer. Having trouble now, but he wins it. Plaskett into space, but coming over there quickly was Ladd. And coming off his line is Potterton, and he loses the soccer ball. It goes past the goal line. He last touched it, so a quick CK. Hedinger up high was trying to get to it. He couldn't. They win it in their deep back. Erin 1916 pushing it up the field. On a near side, though, winning it is number 5. We didn't get his number, and hopefully at halftime we'll do that. For the white and the blue numbers, Silverback Football Club. Courtney, take that back. We did have number 5. It was Dave Beeson. Got to give him credit. 33, the guy who just touched the ball. We don't have his number. And they go down to central of the 18 and take it away, lastly, by Nathan Ladd. Nice play by Nathan Ladd, who comes from New Hampshire. Played at Lebanon High School over there in New Hampshire. Quick touch from Shane Walker. The 33 tried to possess it, could not. Back out to Walker. Want to switch the point of attack to the near side. Can he keep it in? He does, Caleb Meyer, but wasn't able to control it long enough to keep it in. Now the throw-in was intercepted by Meyer, down the central of the box, and Potterton touched it, and it'll be a corner kick. Matt couldn't quite get his handle on that one. little bit too much English on a soccer ball. They play great soccer over in England. Premier soccer in the world. Get it started. Hettinger draws it back up out the top of the box. You work it back in the box, but there's an offsides call. So the offensive attack for Silverback Football Club not working that time, as they were a little bit too ambitious. And quickly, Erin 1916 trying to get it up the field. They give it away. The white and blue have it again, and intercepted right in the breadbasket that time by Grant Bostrom. Played over at Francis Parker High School. One of the guys that played in San Diego County here. 0-0 your score. The CK, an outswinger up high, and no problem that time as it goes over for Erin 1916 over the top, and Matt Potterton of the net. 33 went up high, and he just couldn't quite control it. And we got some substitutions on the near side. Number 5 and number 9. We don't have number 5 for Erin 1916 or number 9, so we do not have either one of those two numbers for Erin 1916 club. These guys have been around for a year. Erin was an Irish guy who started a revolution in Ireland. And the year, you guessed it, 1916. Charlie Hettinger. And a touch quickly by Jared Tagney. Only 2 players in the deep back for SBFC, Scripps. Tagney now on the far side, can't control it, taken away and pushed out of the near side over there, far side for us, touchline. More players showing up for Erin 1916. Got to get some guys in there when you get tired. And, you know, different players come with different attributes out there on the field. So both teams are going to at least have some subs. That ball goes out of the play. You're watching a San Diego Adult Men's League. It's a league where if you're 19 years of age and up, you can play in this league. And usually, when they get to about 30, they play in a Masters League. A lot of these guys fresh out of college inside the 18-yard box, Potterton, and he had some support that time off the line. Here's another shot, and Potterton makes the save as Hettinger takes a shot from out wide. Still 0-0. SBFC, Scripps have been buzzing around at 18-yard box, but they just can't finish, and it's still 0-0. They have not had to play defense at all in this match, and now they will. The retreat back, coming down. And that ball goes out of play. B.J. Cook throws it into the central of the box, and it's won by SBFC. However, they can't go any further, dispossessed. Now back in the 18-yard box, and all of a sudden, they've got to play defense. Betancourt winning it. His pass was up front, forward to Hettinger. He didn't get it. It's taken away. On its own, trying to chase it down. On the near side.
Hey, that's good, Sean.
Quickly won by Ryan Betancourt. Betancourt on the near side gets it over to Foley. Foley goes down. And a save by the keeper, Wheatcroft. But is that a red card? Going to be a penalty shot. Thought it might be, and it is.
Nice job, Brian.
So all the action has been in their own defensive half, but now they have the opportunity to put the first score of the match in a 0-0 match as we speak. Ryan Betancourt out of University of San Francisco, going to try and see if he can give his team the lead, and he does. 1-0 as he goes to the right of the keeper. The keeper guessed left. And understandably, because it is the striker's advantage on a penalty shot. So 1-0 as Ryan Betancourt gets the first goal of the match here in the first half. Coming in now is number 18, or Erin 1916. We do not know who he is. And we have another player that is not wearing one of their shirts, so Nathan Ladd comes in. Got to get an orange jersey, I guess. So 1-0, the guys in the orange and white, or black shorts, lead. Midfield, Erin 1916. And it was their first real challenge of the defensive side for Silverback Football Club in a whole match. And they were able to make something out of it. They stayed in the defensive half for a few minutes, and then it resulted in the penalty shot, which Ryan Betancourt was able to finish. Caleb Meyer. He gets it in the 18-yard box. Chasing it down is Beeson. Beeson to the central of the box. He's got his teammate there, and then it is swept out of the 18-yard box, but there's no call. That was very dangerous because it could have been a penalty shot for the Silverback Football Club and a chance to tie the match up, but it didn't work out that way. Good defense, though. And now they still have it in that attacking third. SBFC. 1-0, they're down. It's a strong one. They do get a player deep in the 18, but he can't handle it. And here in 1916, the defenders come out with it. Push it out of the box. However, SBFC pushing it all the way down, and Potterton coming to his left, way off the line, is able to make the save. Off of a couple of bounces, he slingshots it out to Cruz. Cruz stops that soccer ball and quickly gets it over to Ladd, and Ladd toward the central. And as they go up on their counterattack toward the central, is intercepted by Meyer. Meyer to 33, couldn't hold on to it, but they're still able to win it. And that pass that time was behind the striker, so now they have to retreat all the way back to the defensive third, and he goes all the way over to Wheatcroft. And Tim gets it going over to Courtney. Courtney up the field off the right side of the attack. Number 33, he's manned heavily into central, and a foul. And it'll be a free kick. Free kick for SBFC. Down 1-0 as we work towards halfway of the first half. The ball down to central, intercepted, nicely done by Betancourt. Quick touch by Baker. Baker has to retreat back. To Wheatcroft. The keeper, intercepted in midfield. Still trying to stay with it that time was Foley, and he was tripped up, so he draws the foul. Brian played his ball at Ohio State, the Buckeyes, the Big Ten. Here's a quick pass to Betancourt into the corner in the 6-yard box, and he couldn't control it. His teammate couldn't see who that was, so it goes past the goal line, and it will be a goal kick. The wind blowing basically behind us, so widthwise across the field. It's not really significant. Just to kind of get a little bit of breeze in the match. Working our way towards halftime. Not too many minutes left. Towards that double whistle. Oh, well, actually, yeah, about halfway. The stadium clock is not working on it weekends. Grossmont High School, they have a pretty good football program. Not bad. On the near side, keeping it in, Bonasson. And it knocked out of play. If I had been calling Bonasson Hedinger, correction on that. Bonasson has been the guy that has been with the headband there the whole match, making it plays early on, as they had dominated most of this first half of action. But they do not lead in the match. They're down 1-0. It's the way soccer can go. On the outside, trying to get number 9 to do something with it, and we do not know who that is for Erin 1916. Hopefully we get that at halftime. Some of the players showing up a little bit later. SBFC, they throw it in. And again, another player on their side that we do not know, 33. Get him at halftime. On the wide, Erin 1916 with Betancourt. His pass is intercepted in the central of the deep back. However, they're able to win it, keep it in the defensive half. To Betancourt. Betancourt working it out to B.J. Cook. Cook going to get a good long ball, but he could not get his teammate to run onto it. Had way too much pace on it that time. Wheatcroft push it across midfield, a header, and they were looking for Bonasson. If that could have worked out, Bonasson had a good play. But now they have to retreat back. Here's Cruz. He takes a shot, and Wheatcroft goes to his right and makes the save. Alan Cruz all alone. He was pressured, though, but he got the shot off. Wheatcroft had to go down and make the save. Cruz kind of playing up front now. In the deep back, here's Folian, or rather Shane Walker. SBFC and off the side of the net. Walker that time. Didn't get what he wanted out of that offensive sequence. He had a nice run, but didn't finish with a good pass or a real tough shot. Coming in is Tony Aldapa. Erin 1916 with it in their own defensive half. And that ball going out wide for Ryan Rettmeyer. Ryan or Marine? And boy, did they put on a display at the 100th Centennial Celebration flight, naval flight, over there at NAS North Island. Marines and the Navy, with all their great aircraft, and all the aircraft that started way back in World War II. Maybe even been some there in World War I. If you were there, you saw a great display. That was, couldn't even hardly get over there to the base. SBFC now with it on their own defensive half. Down in this match, 1-0. Sean Courtney pushing it all the way to the attacking third. But they couldn't get anybody to possess it, so he gave it away. Erin 1916 on a pass. Knocked away by Shane Walker and out of play on the near side touchline. High over our heads. And substitutions for Erin 1916. As Ryan Betancourt going to get a breather. And 18 is in. We don't know his number. Or we know his number, we don't know his name. Number 5 also. So both of these two guys, to work on them at halftime. Erin 1916 goes out of play. Far side touchline, 1-0. The guys in orange lead here at Grossmont High School. Hope you're enjoying this San Diego Adult Men's League action. The 19 and up version. They call the guys 30 and up Masters. And you know they played their high school ball a long time ago when soccer weren't nearly as big as it is now. They had a substitution. If we mention any substitutions, we'll mention them as they touch the soccer ball. In the central, Erin 1916, as they push it across midfield, and you see the touch there by Aldapa. And Aldapa couldn't go any further. Tony played at Napa College. Tony Aldapa. Good throw in and a deep back. Nathan Ladd trying to swing it over to his teammate upfield, and then they dispossess it. SBFC, but Potterton no problem pushing it across midfield. Bonasson was trying to have something going with his teammates, and they still have it as Cruz popped it out wide. A left-footed pass into the 18-yard box, and a bicycle try that time by Caleb Meyer didn't quite go. Boy, if he would have connected on that, quite a play that would have resulted for Potterton to have to make the save. But it didn't go. Erin 1916, but it's fun to watch these guys and see what they do. Been playing soccer for many years, most of them, to try to make things happen. We watched the game prior to this one. It was dominated by one side, but boy, there were some plays, the types of stuff that you see in the Premier League. Down to Central, and with it is number 9. We don't have his number, and then retreating back is Tagney for SBFC to knock that ball out of play. The number 9 had a big threatening play there in that 18-yard box heading towards it, and Tagney in his space was able to get there and get the soccer ball out of danger.
Andrew, get off the ground.
So number 9 will get it in. Always a running clock in the world of football in most countries. Soccer in this one. Ball with the geometric designs on the outswinger. Can't get anybody in the interior of the 18, and then they can't get anybody wide of the 18, and it goes out of play. Far side touchline will be a throw-in. Going after it. It was maybe another number that we do not know for SBFC. Quickly into Mex, Brian Mex. Brian has it again. Beeson. Drop it back and want to work it up the central on a long ball try. An early ball at that time. Getting back there quickly was Bostrom. The throw in, the near side. Quick touch. Here's Bonasson in the central. Works it out wide. He's got a teammate flanking him and intercepted by Bostrom. And they're in the box now. Dangerous, and a save by Potterton. He had to go down low to get that one. And that ball could have really been at him with a lot of velocity and would have gave up a rebound. And that could have been dangerous as to trying to keep it a 1-0 match, but it is still 1-0. They didn't get the kind of shot they wanted. Surely in this game they've had their tries. A lot more than the guys in orange and black and white shorts out there. Bonasson going down. And it's going to be a foul. And Bonasson will have the free kick. And Bonasson telling the central ref, I want to get this thing going. And it goes off. One of the defenders, or actually it didn't even hit a defender, so it's going to be a goal kick. About 10 minutes left. Stefano pleading to the central ref. I wanted to get it started. It's a competitive league, but it's also friendly. And you don't see a lot of the bad stuff that you see in, you know, FIFA World Cup play and a lot of the country's teams and even in some of the leagues. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen, but it's not the same kind of thing. Shane Walker, or rather that was Brian Foley. And nobody on the other end of his pass. So here's Bonasson in space. Intercepted by Foley. The Buckeye player gets it out wide and his teammate pushes it across midfield. Chasing it down is Julius. Intercepted by Aldapa, the Napa College guy. Back to Foley. Going to work it and just keeping it in. Nicely done. The outside, I believe that was Ballstrom. And there is a whistle and a free kick for the guys in orange. Erin 1916, the Irish club name. Leading 1-0 here at Grossmont High School toward the attacking third, intercepted all the way back up the field. Bonasson trying to get leverage, and he was able to work that ball over to his teammate Beeson. And now they got Walker. Walker wants to slow it up and give it to somebody coming upfield, Plaskett, but they intercept it. Couldn't get that offensive sequence going any further as good defense into space. Erin 1916 on toward their near side. Nice winning the soccer ball, controlling it, push it across midfield. Number 18, we get him at halftime, all the way back. Their own defensive half. John Baker pushing across midfield. We're SBFC, and here they come, the attacking third, trying to set things up, and they give it away that time. Nobody there in the space. And back the other way. They were looking for Shane Walker, but it was way too far for Walker to get to it. Cross midfield. Quick touch.
Good job, guys.
Erin 1916 moving the soccer ball around real well right now.
Open up.
With Nathan Ladd. Ladd draws it back. Got his teammate now down to central. Better brand of soccer, but they give it away now into space to Sean Courtney. Courtney's got a teammate now across midfield. Putting pressure that time was Ladd. However, they're able to get it to the central, but they're dispossessed. That ball went over towards Caleb Meyer, but he couldn't go any further as they stiffened up in their central. And back they go up the field now after the foul. They swing it, the point of attack to the far side, but it's intercepted. But it goes right onto the foot of Beeson. Or rather, number 5, we don't know who he is. And that's Foley now pushing it out to Aldapa. Aldapa now, with plenty of time and space, drops it back. Got his teammate. Push it up forward, and a foul as SBFC on the back. This one is all the way down, a header, a save, and then another try, and a collision. And let's see what the central ref decides to call. An offsides call, I guess. Boy, that would have been very dangerous that time if it was not an offsides call. There may have been a call to where you would have had another penalty shot. But good action by Erin, 19-16 in that 18-yard box. Alan Cruz back in the match for Erin, 19-16. When they get down to the attacking third, they have found a way to put some pretty good pressure on Tim Wheatcroft and the defenders. And it has resulted in one penalty shot where Ryan Betancourt in his half finished to give them the 1-0 lead. But now they got to play defense, and they've done a lot of that in their own first half of action. Try to get it that time to Stefano Bonisson, but he didn't get it as they stiffened up at the top of the box. They throw it in to Bonisson, and he can't control it. That was too hard of a throw-in by Dave Beeson. And Beeson kind of says, man, I wish I could have slackened up a little bit on that throw-in. And Bonisson coming towards him. It was going to be tough for him to handle that soccer ball. About 5 minutes left to play in the first half, unofficially, on our video camera. DD, Danny Doyle on the camera today, one of our newest guys. Out here with me, GK Porter, Grossmont High School, watching this San Diego Adult Men's League action. That ball is swept all the way down by Julius to the defensive third of SBFC. Quick touch by a guy we don't know, Julius, the intercept, but it goes right over to Jake Plaskett from Chico State. And he pushes it wide, get the offense started with Mex. And Mex's pass was intercepted. Julius stops the ball nicely, but he tried to go down to central to Hedinger, and that ball, too much velocity on it that time. Hedinger just missed it. Julius had the right idea. And a player going down, and that was Max. And a yellow card is issued to number 18, a player we don't know. For Erin, 19-16. Just a couple moments left to play here in the first half of action. 1-0. Erin, 19-16, leading in the match. They have not had most of the possessions that have been threatening in this match. But when they've had to threaten, they've resulted in a penalty shot against SBFC, and they finished it in the back of the net.
Greg, I don't understand it, but I just heard the ref say it's more like I don't get the call.
On the near side, here's Betancourt, dropping it back. He's got his teammate, and that is Nathan Ladd. Ladd shooting it down the near side. Here's Julius, stopping the ball nicely. Julius, and he can. Boy, Sean Courtney taking that one on the noggin. Knocking it out of play on the near side. But that's the way it is in soccer. You got to be able to use your head. And sometimes you'll take the shot in the head of the soccer ball, like you just saw there. Kind of tough on the younger kids, youth soccer. But they become tougher and tougher, the ones that decide to play in that game. The world's most famous sport. Max from outside, and his pass is behind the goal line. But I guess it was touched by one of the Erin 19-16 players, so it's going to be a corner kick. DeCK on the low side, tried to get it to Bonisson, but he didn't get it. It was intercepted. Here's Cruz. Cruz didn't get enough on that one, so it's intercepted there to Tagney, and then his pass is intercepted, pushed all the way out of the far side touchline. May have been a little bit off on the time left. Again, it's unofficial from what we've got. But we're very, very close to the end of the first half. A 45-minute half. What you see in a World Cup type play. And why not? These guys, they've been playing 45-minute halves for a long time. SBFC, can they get some magic here to finish out the first half? Down by 1-0. In his face. They can't win it. Now they are able to run onto it with Walker. Walker over to Courtney. Courtney going to the interior. A challenge there. They couldn't get it. But Julius gets to it and pushes it upfield, but it's intercepted. Still, SBFC on a soccer ball. As Mex tried to weave his way, but dispossessed that time as they work well into space. Cruz and number 5, the player we don't know, and they did not allow that ball to go toward the central. SBFC, though, still have the opportunity throwing it in. Way in the deep back, winning it. They've reduced the size of the field, the all-white, with Courtney. Courtney dropping it back to Tagney. Tagney goes out wide. And that is Baker, shoots it all the way at the keeper. And he has to go down on one knee. Matt Potterton making the save. Gets it upfield. The heel pass, that time by Foley to get it going, but intercepted now. Here's Mex. Goes around Cruz. Over to Bonasson. Bonasson now. Finds a player into space. They weave their way down to central now and couldn't get a real good shot that time as he was partially defended towards a real good shot at Potterton. Still 1-0. Goal kick. Coming in is B.J. Cook as Alan Cruz gets a rest. Played well while he's in there. He was the first guy out here today for his club. Boy, his head was in the game from early on. And his team leads 1-0. Up to Julius, the header. Able to bring it down, but can't possess it any longer as they take it away from him. Over to Walker. Walker towards the box. And he can't go any further as his pass was intercepted, but it goes up the field. Nobody there. Julius can't get to it. As Plaskett. Drawing it back, and now Plaskett gets a return pass. But Julius, strong of foot, goes after it, but he's going to get the foul called on him. The free kick now. Will they quickly go with it with Shane Walker? I said moments left earlier, I was wrong, but there definitely is only moments left now. Going to go to the wide side of the field. As they have Johnny Baker there, intercepted in the box. Julius, will they get another shot at it? May not get another shot at it again here in the first half. They still have it in the defensive half with Baker. Baker goes out wide, directing traffic. With Beeson, and is knocked out of play. It'll be a throw-in. Time running out here in the first half. Baker now will try to get it in. His team down 1-0. You see the Grossmont on the side of the building there. Their science building here at the high school. The throw-in off the header, bringing it down. Can't win it. So Baker gets it out wide to Mex. Mex falls down but retrieves the soccer ball. His pass to the interior. Got a player there who pushes it back out top to Courtney. They continue the passing game. Now on the 18. Can they get to it? No, Mex can't get to it as the pass was just a little bit too far in that 18-yard box. The passing game was working well, but Plaskett that time pushed it way too hard. And with the wind, it just blew it right out past the goal line. Not a strong wind, but enough. If you get it up in the air, that ball will just keep sailing. 1-0. Tighter game than the one we saw before. We weren't involved in the videoing of it, but we were here at Grossmont High School on the day before Valentine's Day weekend, 2011. Midfield off of a bounce. And one quickly by Folian. Folian going to work out to the wide. Betancourt. Betancourt stops the soccer ball. Nice ball into the 18. He's got Folian, but he can't get back to the soccer ball, as getting to it first was Plaskett. So it'll be a throw-in, but they don't have to hurry because they lead 1-0. Betancourt will throw it in. Just say a good look at the mountains there, or at the mountain, I should say. Or all those nice homes that were built back in the 60s and 70s. There wasn't hardly anybody around. Good real estate there. That ball in the defensive third, or SBFC. Staying with it though, Sean Courtney. Courtney directing the offense to the wide side. Mex now upfield. Got a teammate who darts inside and then outside, and he couldn't control it. Too much on a soccer ball that time. And that's the end of the first half. With the score, it is 1, Erin 19-16. The Irish Club over the Silverback Football Club Scripps. We hope you enjoyed all this first half action. And these guys are going to get a welcome breather after playing 45 minutes here in the San Diego Adult Men's League. And then we'll be back with more action to finish out this match. So stick with us.